And now, marine weather around Alaska.
Okay, for the outside waters here, the Panhandle on the south coast, south winds 25 knots, south to southeast 25 from the north coast. Lynn Canal, Glacier Bay, Stevens Passage, south at 20, Clarence Strait, small craft advisory, south at 25. And for Friday, east to southeast winds, 30 knots there for the south coast, and the central coast east at 25 knots. And then down below, small craft advisories for the north coast for east winds at 15 to 20. East at 10 for Lynn Canal, southeast 20 Stevens Passage. Gale warnings for the Clarence Strait area for southeast winds at 35 knots with seas at about 11 feet. And for Prince William Sound, southeast winds tomorrow 30 knots, seas 6 feet. Southeast at 30 for the eastern North Gulf Coast with seas closer to 10 feet. East at 20 for the western North Gulf Coast, east just under 10 feet there. And for Cook Inlet and the Barren Islands, Kamishak Bay, wind south to maybe southeast at 15 knots. South at 15 for Cook Inlet on Friday, light variable winds for Kamishak Bay. West 15 for the Barren Islands, southeast at 20, Prince William Sound and the North Gulf Coast, south winds 15 to 20 knots. Kodiak Island, southwest winds 20 knots, seas as high as 8 feet. And for the Alaska Peninsula, west-northwest winds 15 to 20 knots and west at 20 for Bristol Bay. And for Friday, Bristol Bay southwest at 15 knots, southwest 15 to 20 knot winds for the Alaska Peninsula and seas running anywhere from 3 to 5 feet there. And Kodiak Island, about the same, west-southwest winds 20 knots, seas 5 feet. Eastern Aleutians on Thursday, northwest winds 20 to as high as 25 knots with 4 to 6 foot seas. West at 15 for Adak and Atka, seas 3 to 5 feet. And the western Aleutians, not too bad, west winds 15 knots, seas 4 to 6. And then for Friday, the western Aleutians, west to southwesterlies, 20 to 25 knots, strongest here west of Kitska Island. Adak and Atka, southwest at 20 knots. And for the eastern Aleutians, small craft advisories, south to southwest winds 25 knots with seas 5 feet. And for the west coast here, St. Lawrence Island, winds mostly north at 25 knots, up northwest 25 knots for the Kuskokwim Delta coast. Pribilofs north 15, north 20, St. Matthew Island, and northwest at 20 for Norton Sound. We'll swing around to the south there in the Sound on Friday at 15 knots with slight seas at about 2 feet or so. And for St. Lawrence Island, Yukon Delta coast, south at 20. Small craft advisories for south winds 25 knots for St. Matthew Island, the Pribilofs, and areas south of Nunivak Island. Up to the north there for the eastern Beaufort Sea, we've got north to west winds at 15 knots, and the central and western Arctic coast, north 10 to 20 knots, and the Chukchi Sea, north to northwest at 20 to 25. Then for the day Friday, west winds 20 knots for the central coast, and the east side here, brisk wind advisories, westerlies with that Arctic front coming down, these winds increasing. Westerlies 25 to 30 knots, and northeast 15 for the western Arctic coast and the Chukchi Sea. Not too bad, south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots.